Many African marketers reach out to me that they create content, yet they are not generating the kind of leads they needed. They create content without engagement, they create reels, they post on TikTok, they post on Twitter, they post on Instagram, they post on Facebook, they post on their WhatsApp status. They have done everything, yet they are not doing it, yet they are not generating leads. Nobody is paying attention to their product, nobody is interested in what they are selling. So in this video, I want to share with you the wrong thing that most African marketers is doing, that is keeping their content stock, that is making their content not generate the kind of leads they need them, and the right thing that you need to start doing today to generate the kind of leads you need as an African marketer. If this is your first time seeing my video, my name is Emmanuel Ezim. I'm an African marketer consultant. Also in this YouTube channel, I share with you some of the tips that will help you make more money online as for myself. Alright, so let's dive into this video. So the first thing I'm going to share with you, the wrong things that most African marketers are doing that is keeping them stuck in the content they make. Now the first mistake I think most African marketers is making is that they create what they call promotional content. Yeah. Now what is promotional content? Promotional content is a kind of content you just make for the purpose of selling your products. You understand? Let me say that you want to sell this pen. Now you just make content and say, oh wow, this pen is good. When you write it, you write your imagination into life. You understand? You just made that content in order to sell this product and not else. And now here's the point. There's absolutely nothing wrong with promotional content. But when you're just starting in the beginning, you have no audience, you have no credibility, you have no status. You understand? Creating promotional content will get you the kind of sales you need. You get the point. Most of us are creating content. If you want to make money online, click the link below. If you want to start ghostwriting, click the link below. If you want to start copywriting, click the link below. And this kind of content are not gonna generate leads in the sense you have not built your audience. So if you are just starting after market in the beginning, I would advise you to stop creating promotional content. Stop just making content for the simple purpose of I want to sell my product immediately. I want to sell my product with this content. No, this kind of content, even if you create it in the next 10 years. Without creating a real content that delivers value, promotional content will not get you the kind of leads needed. Unless you already have audience, you already have audience, you trust and believes in you. You get the point. But if you don't have the audience already, promotional content will not get you there. So that's the first mistake. The second mistake that most African marketers make is that they are creating faceless content. I don't even know where you get this idea from. That creating faceless content will make you millions of naira. You started African marketing today and you're just creating faceless content for what? I know that is what most of your mentors tell you, that in order for you not to show your face on camera, you can create faceless content. Even though faceless content works, the probability that faceless content will work is very, very low. Yeah, I know that it works for some people, I understand. I know that it works very well for some people. But the probability that it will work for everyone is very, very low. Faceless content is not the best idea. If you don't know how to put your face on camera and post content, go ahead and learn it. I here talking to you before, I don't even know how to talk on camera. I don't even know. My first content creation took me 2 years to make my first content. And then I started to make content. It took me 1 week to make my first 1 minute video. 1 minute video. And not that 1 minute video is my video. It's not even my video. I just look at someone's video and I script it out, I write it out on a sheet of paper and I paste it on the wall like this. So as I was reading it, I was making the content. I was reading it and I was making the content. But today I can speak hours without even running out of words. And those days when I see people making content, I'll be like, how on earth are these people making 1 hour video, 2 hours video, 3 hours videos without running out of words? You realize I'm struggling to make 1 minute video. But today I can make as many hours as I want without even running out of words. Yeah, faceless content, they tell you to make faceless content so that to make the work easier for you. But the problem is that the main point there is that faceless content only makes your work harder. You can post faceless content from now to next year and nothing will happen. Absolutely nothing will happen. So let me say, if you're posting faceless content at the moment, it doesn't mean that you should just focus on creating that faceless content. As you're creating that faceless content, also focus on learning how to create video content. Learn how to create video content. Learn how to be yourself out there in camera. Nobody wants to buy from faceless someone. Nobody wants to buy from someone that they don't know. They want to buy from someone that they know. So faceless content will not get you there. So that's the mistake number 2. The mistake number 3 is that stop creating content without knowing your target audience. In fact, 90% of African market, they create content and they don't even know their target audience. What an insane! How can you be creating content and you don't know your target audience and I think you're going to succeed? You don't know your target audience. Now here's the point. I've had an encounter on many females. They send me a message on their content are not generating this, and when I say okay, let's see how we can solve this problem, and I ask them who are your target audience, you see them say something like, I don't know, people who want to make, just anybody that is interested in making money online. And when you poke deep, when you go deep into this, trying to solve that problem for them, you find that these people don't actually know. They don't even actually know what is target audience. Talk more of having target audience. Now, target audience are people who your products are made exactly for. These are people that these are people that your product is made for them. They are the only people that needs your product. Outside of them, your product is useless. These are people that really need your product. That if not them, your product is useless. You know that let me say if you are working with okay, if you have an eyeglass that makes blind people to see again. Now that eyeglass is specifically made for blind people. Outside of those blind people, the product is useless. So your target audience are blind people, so that when they get that eyeglass, they can be able to see again. So you cannot have eyeglass that makes people to see again, even though the product is very, very valuable. If you present it to me, I won't be interested because I can see very well. I'm not blind. So that is the importance of knowing your target audience. When you don't know your target audience, even though you have the most valuable product on earth, if you are presenting it to the wrong audience, you're not going to make sense, you're not going to proceed, you're not going to succeed. No matter how valuable your product is, it will always fall to the deaf ears, to people who doesn't think your product. Imagine you have a book that makes people $1,000 every week, guaranteed, and you have this book, and you're presenting it to students who are still in noisy school. How do you think you're going to sell? Students in noisy school don't even know what is making $1,000 every week. Even though your product is something that is very, very valuable, those students doesn't need it. So that is another problem that most African marketers are making. Yes, you make a great content. Yes, you make a great content, but you're not even clear about your target audience. And when those contents fall to the wrong audience, it goes mute. They won't pay attention because the content is not meant for them. Oh yes, it's not meant for them. So in order for you to succeed in this way, you must know your target audience and stop creating random content that doesn't solve anybody's problem. So that is the third mistake most African marketers are making. The first mistake is that they create promotional content in the beginning, just try to sell their products. The second problem is they create faceless content without trying to show their face. The third problem is they create content without knowing the target audience. Now that you have listed the problem that most African marketers are facing, what is the right thing that you need to start doing today that will get you the kind of leads that you are looking for? Number one, create educational content. I will say it over and over and over and over again. If you want to generate tons of leads, create educational content. Now, most of you don't know what is educational content. Now, what is educational content? Educational content is a content that solves real problem for people. It's a content that whenever people watch it, the one particular problem in their life is being solved, and you're giving it away for free. Now, for instance, if you're watching this video up to this extent, this video is valuable. Most of you are starting to generate this from your content, and I make this video to generate that issue so that you can be able to start generating this from the content you make. This is educational content. 85% of African marketers don't create educational content, and they are expected to generate leads. How do you expect to generate leads from not creating educational content? You have to create educational content. Whenever you're creating one educational content, ask yourself, what is one problem that I'm trying to solve in this content? And whenever you find out that one problem that you're trying to solve in that content, share it with people. That is what's called educational content. I have other videos. I have video that shows you how to handle such suggestion. It's absolutely for free. I have video that shows you how to get your first 10 customers. It's absolutely for free. I have videos that show you how to close your first 10 sales. It's absolutely for free. I have videos that shows you how to fill up prospects. I have videos that shows you how to fill up your WhatsApp group. I have videos that shows you how to host WhatsApp classes. These are free educational content that I create on a daily basis and post on YouTube and also post it on TikTok. So if you want to generate it from the content you're making, make sure that you're creating educational content. Make content that solves the problem. It's not about posting content. I saw people their content is just motivation. You have to do it today. You have to start today. Do it again and again. You know, those kind of content, you know that those content are not valuable, but these are not the kind of content you should be making at the moment. First of all, if you want to create educational content, first of all, find out who your target audience are. Second, find out the problem that they are facing. And third, find out the solution for that problem. Now, let me give you an instance of this. I'm creating content for African marketers. Now, African marketers are my target audience. Now, I know that African marketers struggle with handling sales audition. That is the problem. Now, I ask myself, what solution to handle this sales audition? And I find out the solution to it, and I make a video on it. There is nothing other than that. That is educational content. So that is the first thing you need to do. Then the second one is code DM. If you want to generate tons of this from the content you make, use code DM. Now, most of you don't know code DM. Now, let me just say this. I just want to prepare you for this. In the beginning, most of your content are not going to come from the content. Most of your leads are not going to come from the content you make. I just want to prepare you for this. Most of your leads are not going to come from the content you make. But the reason we create content is in the beginning is so that when we do reach out to people, when they check the content that we make, if they see that we have our content done the right way, it will increase our conversion rate. They know that we know what we are doing. I will still take to the point that I'm making this video at the moment. 90% of my leads come from code DM. The importance of creating this content is to increase my conversion rate. So when I do reach out to people, they will check out my profile, they check out my LinkedIn profile, they check out my Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, and they see that, wow, this guy content is very nice. They are more likely to buy from me. I know most of you are not going to agree from this, but that is the truth. Codium is what will give you tons and tons and tons of leads on a daily basis, as this I have done for me. So what is Codium? Codium is reaching out to people using a personalized message to reach out to people who liked your content, who commented on your content, and who shared your content. You reach out to them and trying to turn them just from followers to, from them being followers to, and turn them to, into people that are able to buy your products. So that's what I call the ACA framework of reaching out to people. Although you can watch the video here. First, you acknowledge them. Second, you compliment them, and third, you ask them. Because most of you don't know how to reach out to people. You don't know how to reach out to people. You just grab and just reach out to them, and the next thing you get rejected, and you are sad. Why this person rejected me? Whereas it's your fault. So to summarize this video, number one, let's say the mistake most African marketers are making. Number one mistake is that they create promotional content. Number two is that they create faceless content. Number three is that they create content just knowing their target audience. And that was the right thing I say you should do. Number one, create educational content. And number two, use Codium. Whenever people like your content, whenever people comment on your content, whenever people share your content, don't just leave them, reach out to them. So if you're interested in getting your first-time customers, or you're just starting affiliate marketer, you don't even know what else to do, and you want to get your first-time sales in 1 week, so watch this video. In this video, I explain to you how to get your first-time customers without getting content. Alright guys, see you on the next video.